Well, it's right that, because I thought the Lowry was just about the theatres.
Oh, there's so much more, and we have got access all areas. So tonight we're going to be taking you behind the scenes. We're going to be looking at the galleries. We're going to be tasting some gorgeous food and finding out about some of the workshops that are going on at the Lowry. Only on
Your Manchester.
Right, it's time to get cultured, Belinda.
Oh, I'm excited.
Well, you know we're at the Lowry.
Yes.
So I thought I would introduce you to a very famous artist. Can you guess who that might be?
Go on, tell me.
L.S. Lowry.
L.S. Lowry?
Oh, come on, I've got Michael, he'll tell us all about it. Come to the galleries.
All right, then, come on. Where are we at the moment, then?
We're in the heart of the Lowry, in the art galleries, and we have two spaces. We have one space that's full of the L.S. Lowry collection. So this is Salford's collection that we look after on behalf of the people of Salford, and that tells the story of the artist L.S. Lowry. And then we'll walk soon and we'll go and have a wee look at the contemporary art exhibitions that we already have.
Well, Michael, you're the director of these galleries, and
Yep.
what I love about it is these are free to come and explore, aren't they? And that must be incredible for you to see people coming and going.
It is, and it's really important because nowadays more than ever, it's really important that people get the chance to see art and think about art and have the chance to talk about it. And as soon as you start charging people to do it, then that starts to limit the number of people that can come and have a look. So it's really important to us that we're free. And as I say, this is Salford's art collection. So there's certainly the L.S. Lowrys belong to the people of Salford. So it's really important that they can see them anytime they like. And we are free and we're open every day.
Well, we're going to take a look, aren't
Yes.
we? Well, you're going to follow us through?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Because some of the most iconic pieces of his work are here in this gallery as part of
Absolutely.
the Salford collection, aren't
Absolutely.
they? Are they here?
Yes, no, this is
The amount of times that you've seen kind of the copies of them on, you know, people's walls.
Absolutely.
And then to actually see the real one, it does give you a bit of a tingle, really.
The thing I like most about this work is he said that he was painting the horse and cart and he was making a right pig's ear of doing the horse's legs. So as a proper artist, he just painted a brick wall in front of it.
I love that.
Exactly. Even though at the time, really, nobody was particularly interested, but he wasn't shy at all about showing these chimneys spewing all this smoke coming out and the kind of oppressiveness of the landscape that people were living their lives in. But actually what's most important to him is not everything that's up there, it's these people, it's families and kids and just people living their daily lives.
Did he get much appreciation for his work as soon as he painted it, or was it later on?
That's a great question. No, for 20 years he was painting away doing these sorts of things, getting a little bit of interest locally, but nothing special. So 1939, he's well into his 40s. He has his first one-man exhibition in London, and he's like an overnight sensation. He was offered a CBE and an MBE and an OBE and a knighthood, and he turned them all down. Turned them down. Didn't I think by that point, the whole kind of academic establishment they'd ignored him for so long, and then suddenly he was the new bright boy, if you like. He just thought, well, I'm not having it. I'm not going to just bend to just because you think I'm good now. Well, I'm no different to what I was 20, 30 years ago. So he kind of rebelled against that whole kind of establishment thing. And I think one of the very few things he did accept was freedom of the city of Salford. But
You've got the Salford collection here, and obviously there's a plethora of his amazing work. Are there any particular Lowrys that you haven't got that you would like to see in here?
I tell you what, there's the work I really, really love of his is some of his portraits. So he did portraits of people that were really, he never set out to flatter people. They're really kind of, they're kind of you at your worst, you know, wake up Sunday morning at 11 o'clock with the worst hangover in the world and your eyes are red and you're unshaven.
Because it's a portrait that we passed just before, isn't it?
And those I think are so fantastic. And there's a few out there that I would love us to have a few more. But we're really lucky we've got such a fantastic collection that we've pretty much got everything we want. This is possibly his most famous picture, and it belongs to the Professional Footballers Association. And this is called Going to the Match. It's painted in the 1950s, but it's so typical of Lowry because there's a whole football match going on in there, or about to go on in there, but he's not interested in the football. What interested him are these people flooding to go and see the match. This was when football was 3 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon, and they'd be working in the morning. The factory whistle would go at 12, something like that. They pile out, they get a pie and a pint, and then they go and see the match. And he loved just for him, it was these people flooding to go and see the match that was so important.
So this is always here,
Yeah.
right? But you do have lots of galleries within here, not just the Lowrys, and you change the collections all the time. Should we go and see some of the other work?
Some of our exhibitions.
Yeah,
If
absolutely.
we just head back this way.
Right then, here we are. We've just sat down now. We have been very, very lucky. We've been joined by the head chef.
I know, absolutely. This is Oliver. Oliver, these creations look fantastic, not only to the eye, but I bet they're extremely tasty as well. We're about to have a bit of a tasting session. Tell us about what you've created.
This is just 4 of the small plate dishes that we've got on the menu. So we've got a nice little balance here. We've got the smoked salmon with the horseradish chantilly cream, and that's served with a nice piece of rye bread. And then we've got the local black pudding with our own house pickles and smoked tomato sauce. The sunblush tomato pesto served with broad beans and walnut bruschetta. And then this is our button mushrooms in like a red wine glaze with garlic.
And the smell.
The smell is absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to have to dig in because I absolutely love mushrooms.
Do you?
So I
I like
adore
mushrooms
them.
too. Do you know why? Because I'm a fun guy. Too soon?
That is absolutely beautiful.
wow.
What's the sauce again that you've got in there?
So that's a red wine glaze.
Really, really tasty that. Now these are part of the small plates, and it's
They
a
are.
lunchtime
Yep.
menu that you've got on, and it's quite a good offer as well. You've got a warming
You can
to
have as
that.
many small plates as you want. You can build yourself a little meal together. There's fries on there. There's the dirty fries on there as well. So you can sort of choose like a nice selection of plates. And
This is our dream. Can we just stay here at the Waterside Terrace in the Lowry and just kind of eat everything on the menu? Is that all right, Oliver? I'm going to be mum, and I'm going to put a little bit of this on here. I'm going to cut it as well as I can do with my knife and be very precise. There you go. Just for you, lovely. You're going to taste that?
Again, the smell. Food is about the smell as much as the taste, isn't it?
it is absolutely, yeah. It's about the visual, the smell, the taste.
How does it feel when you create a menu and you're seeing people enjoying what
Oh, it's
you've
great.
done?
And I mean, we have an open kitchen as well, so we can really see what we can really see people enjoying it, and
I know that you do kind of cheese and wine nights.
Yeah, we
don't you?
do gin and jazz, and we do
Gin and
wine,
jazz, oh.
cheese and wine nights, and chocolate tasting nights, and all kinds of things. We have quite a good calendar of social events.
Right, marvellous. I'm gonna crack on. Which one should we go for the?
Go for that, yes. Gee,
Are you gonna have all of
I'm
that?
just going to half it with you.
Oh, good. I like it. I like the fact that we're sharing. Ready?
Oh gosh, I can't do that.
You can't.
move.
You cannot take her anywhere.
Are you ready?
Okay.
You ready? Go on in.
Ah.
I bet that's everything.
It really complements it and brings out the flavours. Amazing. Absolutely.
And a pot.
Now, how would you do this? Would you kind of put a bit of the salmon on, and then is that creme fraiche?
No, it's just a normal cream whip with horseradish.
Oh, right. Oh, marvellous.
Go
Okay.
for it.
Right.
Struggling now, aren't
I am struggling just a little bit.
I tell you.
Right.
Right, go on, go for it.
I'm going to have a
Yeah.
big, yeah.
There's a thumbs up if it's lovely.
Now that I really like.
Yeah?
I really like what you've done with the horseradish in there. It's so nice. Because I've had smoked salmon with cream cheese before, and I find it a bit too much, a bit thick and a bit. Yeah. Well, I was going to say the word claggy, but then I thought, does anybody really know what claggy means?
Yeah.
Oliver, high five.
High five for clagging.
But the horseradish really does work. I would say taste it, but I'm just getting over a cold, everybody, so I think I'll keep this to myself. Hello.
So this lunchtime offer, when's it until?
September.
September. So there's plenty of time then for people to come down and sample all this.
Absolutely. So get yourself down here. highly recommend the horseradish
And the black
creme
pudding.
fraiche.
And the lovely pesto.
And the mushrooms.
mushrooms.
And wash it down with
and
some
a glass of wine.
vino. And if you're very lucky, you might get Oliver to join you as well.
Yeah. Welcome to the chef's table, everybody. We'll be here for the next hour, around about the next hour now, working our way through, won't we?
Well, I was saying the next month, but if you want to stay just for an hour, then that's okay.
Oh, crikey.
Hi, I'm Hayley and I'm here with Claire Simmons. She's the Senior Producer of Artist Development at the Lowry. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me about your position here at the Lowry.
So my job is thinking about all the different ways that we can open up our resources and our experiences and our rooms and our stages and our platforms to people who are either working professionally as artists, which might be like writers, directors, performers, or those people who want to be working professionally and are just about to make that leap. We help them make that leap. So we've got a program called Artist Network where we, it's kind of an open access free drop-in program that anyone can join. And through that we help people understand how the performing arts industry works. So we're running a session tonight, for example, on how audience development works and what that's all about.
Yeah.
And we'll do like networking and masterclasses and all kinds of things through that. Then we've got a program called Class Off, which brings together a group of different artists and performers and companies to go on a bit more of a structured learning about how the industry works. We teach them how to negotiate with theatres so they get better deals, or how to put together tour packs. Then we've got this program called Develop With, which I love. It's amazing.
Right.
And we work with 6 companies or artists a year, and we give each one of them 12 months of really focused, really specialist support. So we put money into the shows they're making, but we also have a special ring-fenced professional development budget that they can't use on anything else, which just lets them go off and explore stuff that they wouldn't otherwise have the time or money to do.
Sounds brilliant, yeah.
And then we've got an associate artist program where we start getting really serious about our support. We get right in there with like helping them build their business plans and their funding applications and all that kind of stuff, as well as the things go on here.
So where can people find out about how to apply for these artist development projects? Are they on the website, on the Lowry website? Or?
Yeah, so the best thing that if people want to start building a relationship with us, the best thing they can do is join up with our artist network. It's free to join and anybody can join it. And you can find that on our website. So if you go to www.thelowry.com and then /artist-development, you'll find everything that we do on there. But if you sign up to our artist network, we'll send you out emails full of opportunities, not just that we're offering, but also opportunities right across Greater Manchester and around the country. So
they are good because I get those. They're absolutely brilliant.
We try and make them useful.
Honestly, on that note, thank you so much for taking the time to chat.
Cheers.
Hi, well, I'm Titters and I've just joined one of the workshops. Well, just before the workshop starts. What exactly is the workshop you're doing tonight?
So we're here as part of artist development for an audience development workshop.
What brought you here in the first place?
Well, we saw this advertised on the internet. Decided it was a good thing to come along and see what we could learn.
Well, a couple of us are part of the Class of 2019 group, which are a group of young artists, producers, wannabe producers, theatre makers, etc. And we're all be coming to these sessions once a month for the last year. Nearly a year. And yeah, they're great.
Have you got a project in mind?
Well, I'm setting up a business myself. I'm doing some public speaking on well-being and inspiring others.
All right, yeah.
So I decided this might be a good opportunity to come along.
And I take it's good for networking, is it?
Oh, absolutely, and it's just nice to have sort of like other young artists who are like the same age as you and sometimes in the same stage of their career, so you can all sort of band together and support each other, because it's quite hard starting out initially, so it's nice to have that network.
Do you have any old ones that are starting out? Because, I mean, you're never too old, I believe.
No, you're never too old, never. What's that thing about teaching old dogs new tricks?
Exactly.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah, it's all right, I'm an old dog, I know, yeah. So. Right, well, thank you very much indeed.
That's all right,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Enjoy your evening.
Well, this is very, very exciting. We are now joined by Mr. Rob King, everybody. Now, you might recognise this little face here, everybody, because he was on a programme called Britain's Got Talent.
Yeah.
And you work here as well, don't you?
I do, yeah, double life.
And you didn't just perform on the stage, you blew everybody away. It gave me chills. That was So cool. How did it feel to get the reaction that you did, though?
I just didn't expect it. It's one of those things where I got up there and I thought, I'm not going to suck. It's going to be okay. But I really didn't think that. I mean, I saw the judges stand up and I was like, oh no. So there's this really cringy slow-mo thing of me putting my hands up to the face. I was really taken aback. I just couldn't believe I had all those people on the feed.
And what made you choose that particular song?
It's a very important song to me. It's one sort of over the last couple of years since Manchester Arena that's really been important to me and my group of friends. After we lost our friend Martin, I performed it at Manchester Pride. I closed a candlelit vigil with it the same year. So it's just one that's sort of become almost like an anthem to me.
Yeah. It's amazing. You're doing so well.
What was it like, though, with obviously not just the reaction from the crowd, when you said about the judges as well? What they like?
I think Simon Cowell just knows what he's doing. He knows the job, and he's really genuinely nice and really reassuring. And there's a lot you don't see on the camera. You know, they sort of edit down those comments to only sort of 30 seconds. There's a lot that was said that was really great, and
And what is it that you're bringing here? Because you're actually doing a show here, aren't you?
I am. I've got my own on Saturday, 23rd of November, in the Keys Theatre at the back here. So I've got my own An Evening with Rob King.
And what's that going to entail?
So it's myself. I'll have a live band, a couple of special guests here and there, and I'm going to sing a few musical theatre hits and sort of songs in like a musical theatre style.
Oh, I am so excited about this. I love musical theatre, love your voice. This is going to be great, but having your own band as well, that's really cool.
That's really exciting to sort of work creatively with live musicians and let's have a bit of a say on what's happening there. It's very fun.
So tickets on sale for that then now?
They've been on sale for about 4 weeks and we're about a quarter way there at the moment with sales, so it's going nicely.
And do you like gin?
I love gin.
Do you think there should be a special night here, don't you? Something about gin.
Gin, gin, jazz gin.
Jazz and gin, yeah, that would work.
Yeah, it's well, we've been doing a gin and jazz afternoon for the last 12 months.
Yeah.
It's sold out every single month.
And what is it?
Basically, we'll get a guest speaker from a gin company. They will speak about their gin and a bit about the gin story. Their tickets will entitle them to a few cocktails, and they'll just sit back, sip the cocktails, listen to some gin speaker, and listen to me sing some old crooner stuff.
Oh,
well, you do put yourself down, Flower, honestly. You've got all this going on.
Yeah.
It's busy, isn't it?
It's been busy, it's been, especially since Britain's Got Talent, it's been almost non-stop.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Rob King. Thank you. Wonderful. What a show.
Oh, it's been brilliant. I do not want to leave. It's quite comfy here as well.
In the sheep pen, as they
That's
call
what
it.
they call it. I think it's because of those lovely little woolen things.
And the gate.
Happy 100th.
Happy 100.
You're looking good for 100.
Yes, well, I'd like to pass the compliment along, but that'd be fibbing. So anyway, thank you so much, Shell. 100 episodes.
I know, and many more to come.
Many more to come. Oh, God. Anyway, if you have enjoyed today's show and you enjoy all our shows, make sure you click on the dingle dongle bell, make sure you subscribe, and thanks to everybody for watching 100 episodes of
Your Manchester.